Hi everyone. So hyper casual market is huge and it's still growing every day. There are a lot of game studios and publishers into the market. So we did. And but our model was a little bit new for the community and there were a lot of questions from game studio side. So we decided to tell you more about how does it work, about our strengths and weaknesses, and of course, we would like to share some cases with you. So the topic of my today's speech is what if top influencer become your publisher? Uh, of course, some words about me. My name is Ruslan, and right now I'm a Chief Business Development Officer at A4 Group. Previously, I had experience in monetization while working at Apadil as a general manager, and also I was in charge of corporate services and business development and Colors International. And also I had experience in setting up my own startup, Perk. So very often studios ask me, who are you guys from A4? I've never heard about you before. So before talking about our publishing model and our cases, I would like briefly tell you about our businesses. So A4 Group, this is a group of company and we do a lot of businesses, and the main our stream and most famous business is YouTube channel led A4. This is one of the biggest YouTube channel in CIS and all over the world as well, with over 8 billion views and 30 million subscribers. Besides YouTube channel, of course, we do hyper casual mobile publishing. We have our personal edtech product for K-12 pupils. Also, we have A4 Shop. We do snacks production, cereals, drinks, water, and etc. And we do license business. So the second popular question from game studios is, okay, guys, you sounds cool, but what is the difference between you and other mobile publisher? And so let's talk more about the difference between traditional publishing model and publisher influence, as I named it. So the best way to describe the difference is to describe the process. So let's start let's start from our process. So everything starts with demo or build. If we see the potential in this project, we take it on CTR, CPI tests. In case of successful passing such test, we preparing build for day one test and ads impression tests. And in case of successfully passing this stage, we pay bonuses to the game studio, and of course we are signing the publishing agreement. And after signing the agreement, we do a soft launch and then some build improvements in order to make metrics a little bit better, and then we do a hard launch. You're thinking right now definitely, okay, what is the difference then? It sounds like a general publishing process, but the main secret sauce in our case, and this is influencer's job. This is how we named it, and it reflects and it has impact on all stages of traditional publishing process. Of course, you might be interested on how does this stage influencer's job has impact, and I would like to share with you basic things which I found during our previous project. So influencer's job has four main values. One of them is person recognition, which helps you to make higher CTR. As well, a huge loyal audience make available guaranteed traffic and lower CPI for your project. Of course, this loyal users from influencer helps you to increase and make better retention in your project. And the sum of all three things, higher CTI, lower CPI, and better retention, as a result, your project has good profit. So finalizing the answer about the difference, I would like to provide the definition of a publisher influencer. So publisher influencer, this is the publisher which provides game studio with guaranteed revenue and number of installs. But further growth is the result of teamwork together, studio and publisher. And of course, as everything in the world, such model has its own pros and cons. And I found it very important to share all these pros and cons with you. So let's start from the pros of cons. Of course, number one, your game's metric will be definitely higher. That's definitely pros. Another pros is that your project and your game studio, they will get guaranteed profit, and we can name it after test with 90% accuracy. Another pros is that the world can get your project instead of throwing it away from your side. And one more pros is that it could be a positive PR story for your studio, for the development, and etc. But from the other side, there are some cons. That influencer's job is not enough, and marketing, especially user acquisition, is still the king in this business. Another thing is that you should keep in mind is that influencer publisher right now has less data and less traction than traditional publishers. And of course, if it's a hit game and it's really good unit economy in it, then you can buy almost the same traffic with almost the same ROI model. And of course, another cons is that sometimes you need to make some more additional improvements in your game to make it more likable for influencers audience. Okay, let's stop talking about theory. Let's show you some cases from our side. So there are some general figures, like 6 out of 6 games were top in stores. Every game got 1 million installs in 2 days. In general, we have over 30 million downloads totally. And our average retention day one was 51%, and our average CPI for the worldwide, not USA, Taiwan, Geo was only 1 cent. And here are 2 cases today where you can see how influencer's job works. So case number 1, we got really promising demo and we did tests, and CPI was 40 cents for USA and 4 cents for the worldwide. And the day one was 38%. And then we did a soft launch. We did some improvements, and then we did this integration, and our influencer did his job. So as a result of influencer's job, this game took first place in 7 countries. There were over 1 million installs after 2 days. CPI was 1 cent, and day one retention was 49 cents. Another case number 2, we got promising demo, but CPI was really high and CTR was really low, as well as day one. Day one was only 35%, but we really liked this game and we found that it could be really good for people. So we did a soft launch, we integrated some improvements, and then we created a special movie on YouTube around this game. So again, influencer did his job, and after this job, there was following metrics. The first place in 4 countries, around 1 million installs after 3 days. CPI was about 1 cent, and day one retention was 47%, and CTR was about 8%. So, of course, we have a lot of problems. I don't want to hide them, and I even think that it's really important to share with you our problems and to share with you what steps we are taking just to solve these problems and to become more valuable for game studios. Of course, one of the biggest problem for us right now, this is age of our audience. The average age is 13, 14 years. Of course, it's not the majority of them, they are not doing enough things. Another our problem is the location of our audience, and right now this is CIS region. The majority of them, they are in CIS region, and of course influence, as I mentioned previously, influencer's job is really good things, but you still need to do very, very good user acquisition just to grow game, even make the game even bigger after the hard launch. And another problem was Apple Store optimization and all these things around A4. So game studios provided us with a lot of meta around A4, and these games were not so interesting for other gamers. So what we're doing right now, and some of the things we already did, that we created new UA team, and right now we have a UA team which is fully responsible for user acquisition all around the world and in tier 1, tier 2 countries. We already has partnership with international influencers, which can do the same as we do in CIS, but in UK and USA region, in Australia, in Turkey. And also we organized a special team of trend watchers. Our trend watcher, they're searching for different trends in YouTube and TikTok every day for our main business, and we use them to help our game studios and our partners to find future trends and to make games and new mechanics around these trends. And of course, we decided to make apps and games with less think about A4, but games which are interesting for everyone from 10 years to 40 and 50 years. So this is like shortly and briefly about our problems and further development. But in general, I really like the thing that we created, and we see the great opportunity to deliver more cool games to the gamers around the world by helping studios boost their metrics in the way we do. And in my opinion, this is like really promising model for hyper casual and even casual games around the world. And I will be very happy to work with different studios and to make a game world bigger and better. Thanks a lot for your attention. I will be very happy to answer any of your question, or you can find me on LinkedIn or Facebook, or we can have a meeting after my speech to discuss more things and to discuss our opportunities.